Okay, I lost everybody, but we'll wait just 1 second. I hope it comes back up. Let's pull this up here. Cut this audio. Check, check. Yeah, sounds good. Better? Yeah, how's that sound? Everyone, are we back in action here? What's up, you guys? Hold on, let me get this figured out here for a second. Nice. What's up, everybody? Lush and beautiful on the vocals, my guy. Let's freaking go. Okay. Let's see here. Let me read through these really quick. We sound primo now. Let's go. Honduras. Right on, man. Oh, I forgot I was going to screen record my phone because I got a comment last time. They were like, will you screen record so you can like show what you're reading and stuff like that? I thought that was a good idea. Have you ever thought about building out a P320? I did till I heard that they were just firing randomly, and now I don't want one. I know that not all of them are doing that, but I don't even know which one it is. There's like a huge lawsuit right now with SIG because their guns were going off. Kind of nuts. I like the look of them. I think I would build out a 2011 before I build a P320. What I just got back from SHOT Show and trying out, or I went and saw the new like the Nighthawk 2011s. Guys, those are so sick, so sick. So yeah, I think that one's in the books for sure. Dylan, I do remember our last conversation. Researching, actually shooting a couple and picking up the Glock 45 MOS tomorrow. Complete opposite direction. Honestly, dude, not a bad choice. I love my Glock 45. It's this guy right here. It's my favorite. So you can't go wrong with that. Not bad. What do I think is the best suppressor for a 300 blackout? I love mine. It's the Surefire 300 SPS, and it is really big and kind of heavy, but it is very quiet. And I love Surefire's detach and attach, or I guess there's the way they attach to the muzzle device. And they're built like a tank. I mean, like full auto rated. They are wild, wild good cans. Super quiet. But I know that Q also makes a 300 blackout can that's apparently really quiet as well. Uh, I don't know if I love the way that they attach to the muzzle device though. I think I like Surefire more. Not sure if this has been asked, but besides the channel, what do you do for work? I'll answer that one first. So, what I do for work, my full-time job, I have a couple different businesses that I own and run that I created, but my full-time job that I've done for the last 5 years is wedding videography. So, I'm a wedding videographer by trade, and that's why I like have the kind of quality that I do, all the camera gear and everything like that. It's because I've been doing that full time for the last about 5 years, so um, what are my favorite brands for reliable ammo? 223, 556, and 300. Um, I really like my S&B for 300 Blackout. I know Hornady is really good for 300 Blackout. Um, are you talking about self-defense or are you talking about just range ammo? Because range ammo, you can go with pretty much whatever is the cheapest. I mean, stay away from like some things. I'm trying to like think if there's even a brand that I would stay away from. It's all made pretty much the same, and most of it's all made in the same place. So I know Hornady's good, and I know that S&B's good because I've used both, and they both have run reliable for me. Ooh, 2011s are sexy. Yeah, they are. They are. 2011 would be a sick build. Yeah, I want to see if I can get with Nighthawk and figure one out because I want to build one out super bad. They're cool. Love your last CQB. Yeah, I love that build, man. It's been a great gun. Honestly, like it is such a smooth shooting rifle, and with the can on there, love it. Chandler, saw you met Lucas, looked awesome. Yeah, dude. Meeting a lot of the guys that I watch on YouTube was super crazy. It was really fun. Lucas is a great guy. I talked to him for like maybe 30 seconds, but he is like super genuine, really nice guy. And same thing with Grantham and his whole team. Just a lot of good people. Coleon Noir was really nice. I talked to him for like a second. And then I also met John from Warrior Poet Society, and I was just able to thank him. He was busy. All really good people, though. Seriously. Cool. RJ, are you planning on turning all of your AR pistols into SBRs with the new ruling or waiting to see what happens? I am not going to register any of my pistols. I am for sure going to wait. It's under a lot of scrutiny right now, and I have really high hopes that the ATF is going to go in a different direction with things. I think they're going to get crapped on, to be honest, and they should be because it's complete overreach. But I'm going to wait until the very last second. I think you guys, though, should do whatever makes the most sense to you. And I obviously don't recommend you do anything illegal. It's just frustrating, though, because they think that they can make laws when they can't. So I'm waiting. Also because it's a trap door. This was talked about a lot actually at SHOT Show, and someone asked the ATF agents what happens after the 80 so odd period when you don't approve this because it gets automatically denied if it sits on their desk for more than 80 something days. I think it's 88 or 80 days. And they said, well, we'll take legal action against that person. And that means that you sent in all of your information, a photo of your gun, your address, a photo of you, and they know exactly where you are and what you have. And because your application was denied essentially to have an SBR, um, they will take enforcement action. So it's a trap. Anyway, don't send them your information. Unless you're getting a suppressor. These are 2 different things. So, like, if you're filing for a suppressor rather than filing for an SBR right now, completely different things. They don't know what you have when you're filing for a suppressor. They will know exactly what you have if you're sending them photos of your ARs. Don't do that. Okay, project, love the vids. Any new video ideas that you're thinking of? Yeah, I have a lot. So I'm gonna keep this live kind of short. I have so much I'm working on right now. So especially for the channel, I mean, like just tons of builds, a lot of different guns that I'm building out right now that I'm excited to review. Oh, you can't see it. One of them is a, Vane-Comp shotgun that's in the corner over there. Really excited about that one. It's gonna be a super fun build. Before that one, though, I have another one in a different corner, the ARX Light Fighter, which I'm really excited to review. So those 2 are gonna be awesome. And then, tons more after that. So we're gonna get the ball rolling. You going to I think you meant SHOT Show. Yeah, shoot show? SHOT Show this year. Yeah, I did. I went to SHOT Show. It was really fun. I made a lot of connections. It was great to meet a lot of people. Really good. I think for the channel, especially talking to all the people that I've worked with and that I want to work with. It was really good. Thoughts on the Prodigy 2011? I have not looked that one up. Prodigy 2011. Let me see. I totally spelled that wrong. Oh, it's oops. Oh, it's from Springfield. I don't know how I feel about Springfield guns. I don't think I like them as much as some of the other brands. Um, I need to read about it more. I don't know. I think after holding the Nighthawk, it's a really, really nice gun. So I'll have a hard time thinking other things are good for a little while. So let me do some more research though on the Prodigy. Israel, when building a first AR, would you go with a long or short barrel? I would go with a longer barrel, mostly because you get a higher ballistic advantage and you can do whatever you want to them legally speaking. If you want to make sure, like without a doubt, that you'll never get in trouble, you can build out a 16-inch rifle and make it look however you want with whatever foregrips in the stock. And um, you also get a lot of benefits with a 16-inch rifle. So, like being able to reach out further and higher ballistics. So, I think a 16-inch is good for a first build. And then once you get really comfortable with 16-inch, then you can build out other ARs, or you can just build out uppers that have shorter and shorter barrel lengths on them. So you don't have to build out a whole new gun. You can just build out a new upper. Will I be looking into building a lever action AR-15? I think that'd be sweet. Lever action. I do want to build out a Henry at some point, but it'll be like a 30-30. I think that's what it's called. I need to look that one up again. I do want to build out a Henry though. I think that'd be sweet. American Prepper, Dead Air, Sandman. I think they're good. I don't know if you're asking. I've never used Dead Air before. I have different preferences from Dead Air. Like I really like Silencer Co. and I really like Surefire. I have those cans. I've used them and they've been really good for me. So I do not know about the Sandman. Further great though. Master Guide. Do you like or not like helmet setups and why? I actually talked to Ops Core at SHOT Show, and I do want to get a helmet. It's likely going to just be a bump helmet or something to load night vision on one day. And I do. I think they're cool. I don't think they're just for looks. I think they also camouflage your head, which is important. And so yeah, I think they're cool, and I think I'm gonna get one for like a full kit one day. So yes, I do. Ryan C. No wonder your videos are so amazing. Yeah, videographer. It's helpful. Let's see here. Oh, don't do that. Okay. Thoughts on the brace ban? Yeah, I think it's well, I just talked about this a little bit. It's really dumb. I mean, the whole thing is ridiculous. It's government overreach. They shouldn't they said that they were legal. 40 million people bought them. including like people's moms, who wanted an AR. They all bought them. Now they're saying they're illegal, and you have a grace period to basically send them all of your information and what guns you have. And it's a backdoor registration, and it's a trap because there's no way they're going to be able to process all of the applications within the time period that you send it in. And if it's on their desk for longer than 80 something days, it's automatically rejected, and they have everything they need to go to your house and take your guns. So just don't do it. Um, that's my recommendation. I first of all recommend that you do what's legal. Nothing is illegal right now. You have 120 days to make sure that this thing gets shut down, which I feel confident that it will. So that's how I feel. Do what's legal though, but you know what I mean. Johnny, photography, videography, and guns go hand in hand. Yeah, they do. That's what I've found. I mean, in the gun community, it's kind of funny. Um, yeah, there's like there are a lot of talented people here, but there are also a lot of people who don't know how to do it, and I'm glad that I know how to do it, and I'm mixing the two. It's really fun. Fisher, been watching some of your videos. Looks very precise and interesting. Hoping to learn more from your videos. Thanks, man. Yeah, I hope everybody can get something out of them. Um, I mean, kind of my whole journey on YouTube has been me just sharing what I've learned. I haven't been in the gun community for very long. I've just been sharing like my builds and what I've learned throughout them. So that's kind of I'll learn with you. Let's see here. What was your top 2 favorite things you saw at SHOT Show? I wouldn't say that tech was really incredible. Like, it was I wouldn't say average, but, like, a lot of the stuff was just kinda normal. EOTech had some really good tech. I was able to see their night vision, which has a really high foam rating, not rating, but number, which is really cool. Like, they're making products for the consumer market, which I think is great, civilian market. They also created, like, a laser, kinda like a PEQ 15 style laser, which I think is really cool. So I love the innovation shift. I love that big companies, that previously were only making things for military contracts are now making them for the civilian base, which EOTech is doing really well at. So EOTech's night vision and their new laser was really cool, and then definitely, I think the Nighthawk 2011 really like caught my eye. It was such a cool thing. A lot of people were talking about the new HoloSun night thermal thing. I didn't think it was that cool. I also didn't think it worked that well. I didn't get to try it at night, but I can't imagine it's going to be that great. What's cool though is that they're pushing innovation, and for the price point, it's going to be a pretty cool product. I mean, in comparison, if you're buying like real thermal stuff, it's in the thousands, and I think theirs is much less than that. So I like that they're pushing innovation. I think that's really cool. Dylan, one thing that concerns me about the 45 is concealing it good. I mean, I'm 6'1", 170, and normally my attire is kind of baggy shirts anyway, due to my length. Yeah, dude, I concealed my 45 all the time, even with extended mags. If you have baggy shirts, I mean, I wear a lot of jackets and I wear these a lot, like my um, whatever they're called. So it like concealed stuff pretty well, but I don't know. Yeah, baggy clothes helps. 2 shirts will help. I think it's worth it. I love carrying my 45, so it's definitely possible. John Ross, abolish the ATF, absolutely. I think we're closer than ever, because they're pushing so much ridiculous stuff. It gives us an opportunity to kind of push back, which is good. Arif, is that how you say it? Sorry. Curved or flat trigger? I have both. I've used both. I really like both. I don't think you can go wrong. In my latest build, I used a curved trigger and I actually really loved it. So, and lately I've been buying curved triggers and I actually like them a lot. I think it's just preference based, but you can go either way and I think you'll like it. I think it has more to do with the actual like trigger itself, the action. So figure out which one like feels the best with the break and the reset, and then you'll be able to better gauge whether or not you want a flat or curved. Trigger tech. I mean, that's why I use trigger tech so much is because they all kind of feel the same and they're all really good. So it doesn't matter. It's just kind of like whichever one you feel like going with. Okay, Barry. When it comes to your build, why the barrel and your thoughts on the 10-3 Daniel Defense Barrel, DD? Is that what that is? When it comes to your build, why that barrel? I really okay, so, are you talking about my latest Psycho BCM build? I like Ballistic Advantage barrels because they have the Hansen Premium Series line, and I just think they're really well made. 223 Wild as well is a great, chambering, I've noticed for accuracy, and I've never had issues with their barrels, so I've been running them quite a bit, and they do a really great job, with both accuracy and, like, maintenance-wise. They're pretty easy to clean. Their gas seems to, I mean, like, their gas system seems to work really well, so I don't it's funny when you build an AR, like there are a million parts that can work, and you kind of just run what you know and what does work. Um, Obviously, don't buy low quality stuff that is known to fail. So that's what I've done. I gave a couple other recommendations of barrels I would have went with, like the Roscoe or a BCM heavy barrel. And I think in the future I would just go with the BCM barrel because they are, like, for sure reliable and they last a really long time. Oh, my timer went off. Okay, I gotta reset my camera really quick. Give me 1 second. I hope that didn't do anything. So, until I get a camera that can continuously record, I have to reset the camera every 30 minutes. So, that'll also help me keep this a little more manageable with the time. Anyway, I would go BCM. I don't think you can go wrong with a lot of these different barrel companies. If you like the onion defense, then run that. Taylor, have you thought about getting into long range bolt guns? Yeah, actually. So I've been working with a new company right now. They are called US Arms Co. US Arms Company, and they are awesome. And they've been hooking me up. They're actually the channel sponsor currently, which I'm so excited for. This is relatively recent that this happened. They reached out to me and they wanted to basically sponsor the channel. So I was like, yes, this is amazing. So they have a long range bolt gun that they're going to send me. And I am really looking forward to getting into long range. I know like pretty much nothing about it, but the guys on their team were in the military for a long time doing long range distance uh, like sniper style shooting. And so I'm excited to learn from them. It's going to be really cool. RJ, I agree with you. I'm waiting also for those who plan on taking advantage of the free tax stamps. Do you know if you can do multiple guns? Just don't do it. Just don't. It's a bad idea. The Rios, I ain't giving the ATF crap. At a boy. Amanesh, AK-203 or AR-15, which one is best? It's hard to say which one is best. I actually don't know what an AK-203 is, so That's something, but I'm sure they're good for different purposes. I have been looking actually at the Palmetto's AK. Pretty sick gun actually, and the way that they hold up is pretty remarkable. So I know AKs are really good for like, I mean, shooting in the cold. They do really well, and also just they're really common ammo rounds, and they're easy to find ammo for. So pros and cons to both, I would say. I'm probably always going to rock an AR-15 though, till I know better. I don't know. Maybe I'll learn when I get a couple AKs. We'll see. Danny, thoughts on Swamp Fox optics for a pistol? I've never tried them. Um, I would say they are comparable or maybe a little better than Hollow Sun because I actually at SHOT Show hung out at the Swamp Fox booth for a little bit and looked at some of their tech. And I mean, it's really good stuff from the look of it. I don't know reliability wise or where it's made. So I know that they make like pretty decent AR and like rifle optics. So I would imagine that their handgun stuff is pretty similar. So yeah, I think they're worth a try, definitely. Do you like or not like helmet setups and why? Oh, I kind of went over that already. Um, yes, I do like them. I don't have one yet, but I will. Just came across your Glock 43X vid from a few months ago. Subbed. Heck yeah. Thanks, dude. JG, appreciate that, man. Owen, what's your opinion on the new Hollow Suns? They look pretty rad. Are you talking about the thermal ones? I talked about that for a second. I like that Hollow Sun is driving innovation. I don't know if the thermal one in particular is like the coolest thing in the world. I also don't know how well it's going to actually work in like a real situation, like distance wise, or there's a lot of things, and it's a Hollow Sun. So if anything, the company is driving more companies to create higher quality, cooler things for the civilian market, which I like. So I don't know if I love the new Hollow Sun side. I think I love the innovation more. Project would love to see some range training vids, even some opinions on different gear. Honestly, my top 5 tactical YouTuber. Dang, bro. Thank you. Yeah, I need to get some range training videos out. I don't want to train in particular. I'd rather just share what I do for training myself. And I honestly utilize like a lot of the T-Rex arms training videos as well as like I just go out with my pack timer and try to get my numbers down with accuracy up. So that's kind of what I do. But I'm happy to share that. I think I should go into that more because I do harp on training quite a bit. So RJ, you could do a 13.7 with a pin and weld plus a suppressor. Yeah, that's true. You could do a 13.7, pin and weld the muzzle brake, and be good to go. 30-30 is the way to go. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I was talking about that a little bit ago. Taylor, overall goals gun-wise for this year. I just want to build out the channel and share as much of what I learned as possible. I think this has been a really like crazy experience. Honestly, I feel like it kind of came out of nowhere. And during SHOT Show, I was just explaining to people like, I don't even know how I got here, to be honest. Like, just started making videos, and then you guys came, and now I'm like doing this a lot more. So I honestly just want to build it up and share as much as I can, create a community of people who may not think the same, but have a common enemy, which in my opinion is the government. So I think if we could all come together and become a little more trained and a little more self-sufficient, that would be a good goal, as well as have a lot of fun and shoot some guns. So Shotless Taken, what's up, bro? I wish I would have met you. I know that I think you were at SHOT for a little bit. I wish we could have hung out for a second. Rylan, have you looked into the ADM lowers? How do they compare to Silencer Co. and Radian? ADM, ADM. I know what you're talking about, but I need to do some more research. American Defense, that's the one, right? So I actually was at American Defense's booth and I held their stuff. If we're talking about American Defense, I hopefully am, or else this is just so off. Um, I held their lower. I like Silencer Co's more. Their lever seemed. I like Radian's more as well. It would go for me ADM, Silencer Co, Radian, as in like the ones that I like the most. Their lever seems a little bit too small, for me, in my opinion, and it just seems like they didn't really innovate anything, if that makes sense. So I'm sure it would be a good one, um, but it's just not my taste. And I honestly haven't shot it either or trained with it. So that's kind of an off base opinion. Mediocre. I'm only here because of the mustache. Thanks, dude. I'm glad you can see it. It's thin, but mighty. Working on growing it out. Hopefully, it gets bigger. Curry, the 43X build was inspiring. I'm glad it was. I want my guns to inspire people to like want to own them and train with them more. I think that's awesome. Francisco, if you could redo your 300 blackout completely, what parts would you choose? That's a really great question, actually. I think I would literally build out the Psycho BCM one, like pretty much exactly, except for obviously a 300 blackout barrel with maybe a 7.5 inch barrel. So, and then I would maybe use a Midwest Industries rail. It take nothing away from the one that I have because I love it. And actually, like, I really just love the build in general, but I'd probably take off the Holosun. I would take off like a lot of the parts that were just lesser quality, I feel like, and replace them with things that were higher quality, BCM or maybe along the same lines. So, but honestly, the gun runs flawlessly. So I can't really complain about it. It's a great gun. So, what would I do differently? I'd probably just build it pretty similar to the BCM Psycho build. Primo, what's your honest opinion between the Glock 17 and the 19 Gen 3? I've been contemplating on which one to get, but just want your honest opinion. So, Glock 17 Gen 3 or 19 Gen 3? That's a good question. Um, hmm, to be honest, I have not shot Gen 3s very often. And if I have, their finger grooves were shaved down and it was pretty much like a Gen 4. So, sorry. I don't know. I think if I was going to get one, it would be the 17, but that's because I like the 17's grip more. But also, if I was going to get one, I would go Gen 5 because they made a lot of really important improvements from Gen 3, like of the internals. And so, yeah, I'd probably go Gen 5. But if you had to get one, probably Gen 317 would be my go to. Just depends, though, on how you plan to train and carry it, though. So, those are things to think about. Bryce, how do you research the parts that you use? I watch a lot of YouTube videos actually. So even though it's kind of hard to watch other people talk about things, I watch YouTube videos and then I Google and look at like Reddit threads, or I guess people who have owned it and had issues with things. I try to look up like problems with this part or something like that to see if anyone has like actually had issues with it. And then I look up other videos to like full in-depth reviews, what they're made out of. I focus a lot on like what things are made out of and like the way that they're created and where it's made and by who. And that's kinda like what my research revolves around, and then, of course, I do, like, in real life research where I'm actually using the item, and, that usually gives me a pretty good idea if whether or not I like it, so Curry, have you looked into LTT or Wilson Combat Berettas? Such a smooth slide and so fun to shoot. No, I haven't. I need to, look into those because Wilson is making some interesting stuff. I do like Berettas, though. I think they're just like the classic Counter-Strike gun that you just grabbed, and so I'd love to build one out one day. HW, do you mind sharing recommending your favorite shoes? I saw some nice looking shoes on your videos. Hope that's not an awkward question. Wish you all the best. Thanks, bro. Thanks, man. I really like 511 Tactical. They make a really good sneaker. It's on, I guess it's not a sneaker. It's like I'd say they're for shooting. It's on my kit page. The under the my kit, you can look up the 511s, which I really liked. If I'm not wearing those, I'm usually wearing my 511 boots, which honestly so far have been really good as well, and they were like around $100. So um, 511's great, and then if I'm not wearing those, I'm honestly usually wearing Vans. So not a big shoe guy. I think I'm going to get more into that this year when I build out like a full camo kit. I'm gonna look into like some actual good hiking, shooting ready boots. So yeah, 511s though have been great for me so far. Steven, when you making some merch to support one of the top 2A YouTubers ever? Oh man, I'm blushing. So I actually do have merch out right now, but I would recommend you wait just a little bit longer. I'm working on a logo with a guy named Primo right now, an incredible designer. So I'm working on a new logo that I think is going to be sweet. If you have bought merch though, it will be OG merch, which might not be available later. So if you want something from my store, you should probably get it now. I mean, no pressure, of course. I put it out so basically just so you could get something physical in return for sponsoring the channel in your own way. I really don't make a lot off of merch, like pretty much nothing. So, oh man, let me clear my throat. So yeah, I do have merch. I have a new logo coming out. I'm gonna design some new stuff though, so be on the lookout for that. Curry EOTech, uh, obligatory open emitter red dot hop. I hope I said that right. I can't read right now. Yeah, the thing's pretty cool. Michael, please do a build on a SIG macro. I don't think I want the SIG macro anymore. I've been doing research, like watching videos and seeing what problems people have been having. And like I say, I mean, with SIG, man, I don't know. They're just like doing some weird stuff, man. I saw one guy, his like slide and internals, like even his fire control group were rusting. And it was a carry gun that he cleaned enough and like I guess the finish just wasn't that good on those guns. I don't know if anyone else has had issues with that. Other than that, the compensator really doesn't do anything because the compensator is attached to the slide, and when the slide goes back, your barrel is still forward, and so for like a split second, it'll compensate, and then it is obviously isn't attached to the barrel, so it's not doing anything after it slides past the opening. So that was something to think about. I was like, yeah, you know what? It really doesn't do anything. So they shortened the barrel and they added a compensator to the slide. So I don't know. I'm not like over the moon about it. If you have one, I'm sorry. I'm sure if it runs great for you and it feels good and it's not having any issues, then like that's awesome. And I think they are in general a really cool gun. But the issues that I've seen, It doesn't really make me want one. Okay, Giz, your subs are skyrocketing because of how high quality your content is. Thank you so much, man. It means a lot to me. The messages I get, the DMs, it's like really, really crazy to see how much you guys are enjoying the videos. I love it. I love to hear it. I try to get back to all of them as much as I can. I've got a lot on my plate, but I'm going to keep making them. This is really fun for me. So thank you. Dylan, AR10 build in the near future. I think that'd be sweet, actually. I do want to build out an AR10, something cool like 308 or something like that. Maybe one day. That sounds cool. Nothing in the books right now, though. So maybe one day. Miggy, love the blackout build. That thing is sick. Yeah, I love my 300 blackout. It's like it pains me to shoot it, but when I do, it's so worth it. It's so fun. CK Barry, thoughts on Q? I've talked about these before. I actually get this question a bit. I think they're really pretty, and I say this every time. I think they're pretty. I think that they aesthetically are like really, really good looking guns. I've never shot one though. So they use a lot of the parts though that I love. So I'd imagine that they're really smooth and good, but I haven't shot one. So I don't have any like real experience for you. But my thoughts are I think they're pretty and I think they shoot well. I have not shot one yet. So if you're thinking about buying one, I don't know. I'd probably just build one and then Cerakote it whatever colors you want. You could even match it up to Q if you want, because then you're not paying for parts that you're just going to replace anyway. But that's how I feel about all guns. So, Rhino, do you have an updated Discord invite link for Patreon? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to fix that. I got really distracted today. So, send me a message through Patreon and I will get that fixed. My bad. Noah Peach, dude, you have so much steez and your aesthetic is so good. You, Charlie, and Dirty Kid love your gun style. Yeah, I meeting Charlie and the boys, they were they were really funny. They're pretty much the same on camera as they are off camera. I only talked to them for a little bit, but really nice, cool guys. Yeah, I appreciate them and what they stand for. Daniel, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Thank you, bro. Same to you, man. I don't know you, but I also hope that you're doing well. Austin, thoughts on the reliability of S15 mags and the 43X for EDC? My mags have been doing great. I train with them as often as I can, and I have had no reliability issues, but that is after I fixed all of the issues that I had with them, which I did have quite a few. That ended up being mostly the extractor screw, or the screw holding down my Holosun on the extractor side was too long. So I had to use a shorter screw so it didn't interfere with the extractor. And now they run flawlessly. So yeah, they're doing great. Just make sure you train and practice with them, shoot a lot of ammo through them to make sure that they're reliable enough to carry. And that's just what I recommend. RC23, hey buddy, love the channel. Any chance on a Glock 26 video for us in California? Oh man, I do not like the Glock 26. I don't know if I would ever build one. If I were to build a Glock 26, it would probably look a lot like my 45. And any parts that weren't available on the 45, I would try to find parts like from my 43X. So one of those two, I would mesh those together and build out as cool of a Glock 26 as I could. I just don't like short grips. And the 365, the SIG 365 taught me that. I just don't like short grips. So I always go for full-sized grips or as close as possible. I'm so sorry you live in California, man. Got to get out of there. Russian, any possibility we'll see an AK platform build on this channel? Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Working with a company right now, going to get an AK in the near future. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to build it out and it's going to be sweet. Yep. So look forward to it. RB, thoughts on Criterion barrels? I have not looked into them. I have heard though that they are pretty cool. So I need to look into them more. I don't have a for sure opinion. I've never shot one either. From what I've heard though, they are pretty decent. Yes. RJ Austin, I haven't had any issues with mine. I've had around 800 plus rounds. Yeah, same. Same. Just got to train with them. Alex Y'all, what up, dude? Amarillo, sorry. Are you the guy that said join the stamp gang? Yes, I am. And like I said before, you let turning a pistol into an SBR and filing for a silencer are two different things. You're not sending them a picture of your gun. You're not sending in they don't know what you have when you're filing for a suppressor. So it's like a different stamp. They do know what you have. They have a photo of you, your gun, your address, and everything else about you if you change a pistol to an SBR. So they're different. And they're different. I 100% no, I hate the fact that we have to file for a silencer. It's ridiculous. It's a money grab. But it is better to do it because silencers save lives. So Mason, yo, first time watching the live. Love the channel and your build videos. Thank you, man. Appreciate that so much. Seriously, it's huge. It's huge for me to hear people that love this stuff. I love it. CK Barry, thoughts on Q? A lot of questions on Q. So I went over that. We can watch back to live in a little bit, but yeah, I answered that. And if you didn't hear, sorry. I think they're pretty. I've never shot one though, so I think they're pretty. Yeah. Lawful firearms. We all have the right to defend our lives by any means necessary. This is a right given to us by God, not by a politician, not by any politician. Yeah, that's true. It's inalienable. And God given. The Second Amendment wasn't designed to tell us that we have the right to bear arms. It was designed to remind the government that we have that inalienable right. It is also for us to be able to defend ourselves against a tyrannical government. It's not for hunting. It's not so we can own guns. It's so we have the ability and the right to defend our lives against a tyrannical government. Remember that. Daniel, have you had any more issues with the 43X MOS? Mine started acting up, but I'm not sure if it's operation error. Got a little lube happy around the pin. No, I haven't had any issues with my 43X, and I run it quite a bit. No issues with mags, no issues with anything. Just give it a good clean, a good scrub down, pull it all apart, and scrub it down and put it back together. And just when I oil my guns, I pretty much only oil the slide where it contacts and then the spring inside the fire control group. Those are like pretty much the only things that I oil on my Glocks. So yeah, don't over oil your guns. I don't think it's a super bad thing to over oil, but I really only oil the contact parts, if that makes sense. Yoda, peace, brother. How's it going this evening? It's going well, man. Yeah, life's good. This rule won't stand. Sorry, but no complaints here. And love to hear it, man. Love to hear it. Blood on the risers. Jeez. Any experience or opinion on the LWRC ARs? I held a couple of them actually at SHOT Show, and I have shot them before. They how do I put this nicely? They're not my favorite, like at all, actually. And if you have one, I'm sorry, they're just not my favorite. I think you pay a lot for the brand. Yeah, they just use parts that I'm gonna switch out anyway. They're kind of like Daniel Defense to me. Like they're like, yeah, we're so established and we have these cool fluted barrels. And I'm like, yeah, but like you replace barrels anyway because barrels aren't meant to last forever. So you're paying a lot of money for like their fluted barrel. And then also, there's just a couple things. I don't know. Not my favorite. I think they shoot really well though. They're just not my favorite. I'd rather build one. RJ, I'm out. Y'all have a great night. Give the awesome classic vids, brother. See you, RJ. It's good to see you, man. Or hear from you. Gage, hey man, I'm pretty new to the channel, but I'm happy I found you. You got a lot of great content. Keep it up. Thank you, Gage. Appreciate that. Honestly, it helps me to like hear stuff like that because it's really hard and it takes a lot of time and effort. And sometimes I want to quit. So appreciate that. Andrew, what's your opinion on 5.56 versus 300 blackout? Different rounds for different reasons. 5.56 has really high ballistic ratings, and you're a lot more likely to take down your threat at a distance, or I mean, just in general. 5.56 is so destructive, very powerful. 300 blackout, obviously, very destructive, very incredibly cool round. Got to restart the camera. Hold on. Hold that thought. I've really got to get a camera that continuously records. Okay. 300 blackout is really powerful, and it's cool that you can subsonic it and make it really quiet. So I just think they're different and used for different reasons. I would own both, which I do, and I love both. 300 blackout's like very suppressible. So yeah. Let me think. Like yeah, if you're trying to reach out or you have a 16-inch barrel, like if you're trying to build out a short gun and you're okay spending a lot of money, then go 300 blackout because it's a great caliber for like a short weapon system. And if you're trying to build out something that can reach further distances, or like I would say 11 5-inch barrel and above, I would go 5.56 just for ballistic reasons. Chris, looking to get a new trigger for the DDM4 version 7. Suggestions, single action preferred. Yeah, Trigger Tech just came out with their new single action trigger, and it is wild, dude. I freaking love it. It's the diamond blue one. Single stage. It's really, really a good trigger. So look into Trigger Tech. I've heard Elfman are good, but I don't know because I don't use them. Or you could go with I don't know if Geisley's is single stage. I've also, maybe I don't recommend them because the last time I shot a Geisley, it was like double feeding. So it's like on one shot. So that's kind of scary, but kind of cool if you want like a half burst gun, I guess. I'm not saying they all do that. I'm just the one that I used. Master Guide, best red dot for rifles. Yeah. Oh, crap. Hold on. Before I answer that, I have to reset this. Best red dot for rifles depends on the barrel length of your gun, how far you want to be able to see. So there's a couple factors that play into that. I've really liked my EOTech XPS 2-1, which is just the single red dot. You don't get the big a million MOA speckly circle around it. So yeah, EOTech has been great for me. Let me think. That's for like close quarters, like on my most recent build. I know Aimpoint makes some like good stuff if you're trying to see a little bit further. So I would look into either Aimpoint or EOTech. And then if you have to, or if you're looking into like a little bit less expensive stuff than the SIG Romeo series, I would just save up and get an EOTech. But if you're going that route, then I guess those are good too. Okay. Risers, love the content, man. Your vids are great. Thank you, bro. Lloyd, love that your videos are inspiring people like myself to get out and train more. and that's huge value and added in itself. Keep up the good work. Oh my gosh, that's the best thing ever. I love to hear that people are going out and training. That honestly makes me so happy. Seriously. So thank you. Yes, please train. Please go out and get better. It's really important. And I think Grantham says it best. He's like, nobody F word cares if you're ready or not. And that's the truth. They don't. They don't care. So you just need to be ready, um, train to the best of your ability, and just be ready, man. And nothing could happen. Nothing wrong could happen. You could live a life free from any of these things that we're training for happening. It is about being self-reliant though, and having the ability to have those skills and use them if necessary. But if you never use them, then that is like best case scenario. Um, so yeah, love that you're going out and training. Spud, can you do a breakdown or review of on your SIG? I actually don't have my SIG anymore. Are you talking about my 365? Yeah, I sold that a long time ago. Like before I even bought a Glock, I sold that one. So I actually sold that one for my 43X. So I don't have it anymore. I might have to buy another one, maybe one day. Mike, fairly new to the channel, and I'm curious, did you do pro video photo before getting into YouTube? Yeah, I'm a wedding videographer. I've been doing that for the last almost 5 years. So, wedding video, telling stories with camera is kind of like something that I've been doing for a long time. So, yeah, that's where the quality is from. Mr. Henderson, how was SHOT Show, bro? Yeah, it was really good. Good for connections, making a lot of relationships, meeting a lot of cool people like from YouTube. It was fun to meet those guys. And I mean, the tech was all right. I mean, if I'm being honest, I really didn't hold that many guns. I wasn't really interested as much in the guns as I was the relationships and meeting people. So, talked to a lot of people. That's part of why I'm so like drained. I'm really, really exhausted. So, it was so good though. Super fun. My first time. Really good time. Yoda, your channel is awesome. Keep the videos coming. 2A is the way. Thank you, man. Yes, I agree. I agree. Love your videos, man. Thank you, Griff. Appreciate that, dude. Really, I do. Caleb, found you on TikTok. Top 3 gun channels, no doubt. Heck yeah, dude. So TikTok banned me for life. And then they brought my account back out of nowhere. They were like, oh, sorry, we actually just found that your video didn't violate anything. So here's your account back. And now if I post one more time, though, I'm going to get banned again. So I can't I can't go anymore. So tell your friends to follow me on YouTube. That's if I don't get this banned as well. That would be really unfortunate. I was hanging out a lot with Silencer Co. though, and I don't know if you guys are subscribed to Silencer Co., but they just lost their entire channel. It was removed. It deleted by YouTube. They just said that you're breaking our guidelines. Boom, gone, and they can't get it back. So they had to create a new one, and they had a couple 100,000 subscribers. So pretty crazy. They don't care, and they do not like gun content. So YouTube, come on. Jardinero. We're in some interesting times. Beautiful people. That is a fact. I bake. Thoughts on Pistons AR over gas driven AR? BRN 180. Yeah, I really like the BRN 180s actually. I almost built one out. It was so my 223 Wild build, like my high quality one that I made first, my 16-inch. That was going to be a BRN 180. And yeah, I really love them aesthetically. I think they're really cool. The side charging is kind of cool. I have only shot my brother has one, so that's the only one that I've shot. I think they're really cool though. I don't know. I might build one actually. I really just like gas driven ARs though, because they're really tunable. I don't know a lot about piston driven, so I'm sure they're really similar in tunability. Um, Maybe I don't know. So I just need to look into it more. But I know the ins and outs of kind of building out a gas driven AR, so I like them a lot. But I think the brand is sweet. Spud, any military background? No, I'm a civilian. I actually don't have any type of background within within like any capacity. So I'm full civilian. I just really, really appreciate the ability to be self-sufficient and learning these skills. I don't think you have to be military. I actually do train with a couple buddies though who are in the military, and I appreciate their knowledge so much. And my brother is active law enforcement right now, so I train a lot with him, and he shoots a ton. So I train around and am with a lot of people who serve in those capacities, but I am full civilian. And I think that just goes to show that you don't have to be in those um, capacities per se to like be involved in this kind of stuff. And I don't think that you like should feel like you need to be necessarily. And this is turning into a long rant of me just saying I'm not in the military. But I think these are important skills for civilians to develop. So if you couldn't get into the military for whatever reason, like if you have a disease, like I actually have celiac disease, so they wouldn't take me if I tried. And I also don't want to work for the government, if that makes sense. Like when you join the military, you are under the government's command. And I know that I would not do well under that type of relationship because I hate the government. So I don't want to be told by what to do, what I have to do by them. That is a large reason why I chose not to go into the military because I have thought about it quite a bit. Um, Besides that, I don't know if they would take me anyway. Curry, haven't yet pulled the trigger on a silencer. How did you get over the fear of being put on a list? Yeah. So, um, pros outweigh the cons, in my opinion. If you start a trust, then yeah, well, it's kind of the same. Yeah, you still submit all of your information. It's true. What I'm thinking is if we're ever at a point where they're coming for our silencers, there's going to be a lot bigger problem at hand. I don't think that they're ever going to come to your door trying to take your silencer because it's not the device that is like killing people per se, if that makes sense. They are going to go after guns way before they're going to come after your suppressors. So I still think it's a theft tax that we even have to pay them, and I think it's ridiculous that we have to wait until we're approved to get a silencer because they do absolutely nothing except for contain the blast and reduce the signature. It's just kind of funny to me that you can go and buy a full AR, take it home like pretty much the same day as long as you pass your background check, but then you have to wait a year to own a silencer. Makes no sense. It's clearly for the money. So pretty ridiculous. You kind of just when you shoot a lot, I love my suppressor. They have become like an integral part of my training, and I think that the pros of like owning suppressors really does outweigh the cons. So, in a really realistic sense, I am not afraid of the ATF coming and taking my suppressors. And like I said, if they were, they'd have a lot bigger problem on their hands than worrying about that. So yeah, that's how I feel. Trek, this guy's gonna be the next big gun tuber, no doubt. I hope so. That'd be fun, man. I don't know. Quinn, when's the training montage comp coming out? Training montage comp. Oh man. I don't know. I've got a lot of work to do. I've got a lot of videos I need to put out. I'll write it down, keep it in the books. Dan, love this guy. Oh man, thanks. Love you too. Appreciate all the support. Seriously, it's really nice. Mr. Henderson, what's good with the merch, bro? How can I support? So if you wanted to support, yeah, if you guys want to support the channel, the like one of the biggest things that you can do is geez, I didn't really like set up a really good way to do this. On my website though, there is a donate tab, which like I'm pretty sure either 99% of those proceeds will go directly to funding the channel. There's like a 5, a 10, or like a $20 option, I think. I haven't looked at it in a long time. Also, I don't think anyone has ever bought them. So I just I don't really look at it very often. So if you buy like a shirt though, then I make like not a lot at all. The profit margins are super low because I went with a print on demand service that like takes most of the revenue. So that's the tough part about having merch. But I wanted to be able to give you guys something like that you could wear and just like rep the channel, without making me process orders and like take up a lot more time taking away from the channel, if that makes sense. So you can straight donate, and that's at like the top of the shop page, or you can buy my presets. Like if you're a photographer, I highly recommend you can pick up my Gunman presets. So, like, if you have a good light or an inside setup, actually, I use those presets a lot, like pretty much for not everything, but a lot. All of my like white backdrop stuff, I use my presets on. So you can buy those on the store as well. Just a digital product; it'll get sent right to you. So yeah, those are things. I also have Patreon. I don't post a ton on there, but we do have the Discord community, and I try to make sure I'm responding as much as possible and just have like a close relationship with the guys there because they're awesome. So if you're a Patreon subscriber, I appreciate you so much. That like genuinely, you guys are really, really cool people for believing in me enough to support the channel in that way. So that's huge. Other than that, just like share my videos around because YouTube suppresses them. But yeah, those are the things. Ethan, how are your Aero Precision uppers? How are Aero Precision uppers? I think Aero makes, let me think about it. They make like the high end, inexpensive stuff. So I don't think they're bad, and I don't necessarily think they are the best. I think that they are just good. So if you're gonna buy one, I know a lot of people that run them and don't have any issues at all. So, I mean, they're inexpensive enough to where I think I would build one out and it would probably run fine. Just make sure that you use really high quality parts for like your gas tube, your gas block, and like oh, that's if you're building them. I don't know if they come complete, right? I don't know. Something to look into. I'm sure they work great because Arrow's been doing some good stuff lately. So something to try out. Maybe I'll build one. Maybe I'll build like a full Arrow gun and show you guys what I would do if I was building it out. Hello. Oh, why the hell does your live even look like movies? Awesome production quality, man. Keep it up. Thanks, dude. I took a couple live streams to get it to look like this. And then also the audio was like really bad for a while. The guys who have been following for a little bit know when I first tried this, it did not work. So yeah, it's basically just connecting everything in the right place. So let's see. Okay. T Soto. What are other options do you recommend for drop-in triggers for the Glock 43X? I think Apex would be a good one. Let me think. Apex, the only reason why I say Apex is because they've been in the game for a long, long time. So they've had enough time to like kind of troubleshoot any issues that they would have with their products. Yeah. So Apex, Johnny Glocks, I love his, but they are very expensive. Let me do a little bit more research. Those are, I know more. I just am drawing a blank. It's too. I have a lot of things on my plate right now. So Apex is the first one that comes to mind, though. I did stop by their booth and talked to the owner, the designer who originally created their triggers, and had a good conversation with him. So yeah, but they do make some good stuff. So I would look into Apex. Automotive, I wish I could shoot a high-end AR-15 so I could compare it to my SIG M400 Pro. I just want to see how much better it can get. Never seen anyone at the range with anything super nice. Oh, dang. That's a bummer, man. Because, yeah, it can get much better than that. So, shoot, if you're ever in Utah, let me know. Maybe we can hit the range at the same time and you can shoot whatever you want. Trek just get a 19 if it fits your hand. Yeah. You don't lose any velocity or accuracy with a 19. Yeah, that's pretty much true. Not any like noticeable, I would say. Ned, great content. Stumbled onto your YouTube and piqued my interest because of your 43X build, which I have as well and love. Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm super glad. Stay for the other stuff, man. A lot of good stuff coming. I might do an update to my Glock 45 because a couple things have changed. Not a ton, just enough to maybe make a video on that. So also I need the hat that you're wearing. That's from Blake. This is a Timberland hat. I bought it at Ross a long time ago. So I do, I'll have to find you one. I'll link it. See if I can send you a link. Send me a DM. I'll try to find it. Andrew is too smart to answer your comment. Oh crap. I might have wished one. Sorry, Austin. I might have missed yours. Fussy, 11.5 or 12.5 if you can only choose one suppressed. Gas timing matters when choosing a barrel length. So I know that 11.5 gas tunes pretty well. And you don't lose that much velocity, or you don't like gain as much of a ballistic advantage with a 12.5 over 11. So I'd probably go 11, especially if you're going to suppress it. Jesse James, what up, dog? What up, Jesse? Good to hear from you, man. Lawful Firearms, my 511 tactical boots have lasted me over 7 years of intense work. I'm going to order another pair soon, but the old ones still work great. There you go. 511. Yeah, mine look great as well. And I've been using them pretty roughly for the last 2 years. So yeah, they've been great. Jesse just bought an RMO6 today. I love it. Nice. And my Radian compensator came in. It was a good day. Heck yeah, dude. I love it when stuff comes in and you get to put it all together. It's the best. That's sweet. David, thinking of getting a Glock 43X MOS. Wanted to make it like your build, but how do I get over the fear it won't accidentally go off and hurt someone? Glocks are pretty reliable. They have a bunch of safety mechanisms inside to ensure that that doesn't happen. You can, I think, get a manual safety. I need to look it up. Look up Glock 43X with a manual safety, and it might just pop right up for you. So, but confidence comes over time with training with the same gun over and over and knowing how they work mechanically, and then like messing around with it a lot and making sure that you're very comfortable with the mechanics of the gun, how it operates. So train a lot and you will become more comfortable with it. And then just keep it in safe places until you're confident. Antonio, new to the channel for about 2 weeks. Your content is God tier. Thanks, man. Appreciate that, Antonio. Lucky me, my man. Have you had a chance to play with the Neomag Atlas clips? No, I haven't. I'll have to look those up. I'm not sure what those are, so I'll have to look those up. Peyton, keep crushing it, my dude. Glock 19X versus Glock 45, almost the same thing, but I can get a 19X secondhand for a little cheaper than a non-MOS 45. It's like splitting hairs, but it's so tough. Yeah, that's they are. I mean, they're really pretty much similar guns. Um, I had the choice between the 19X and the 45, and I chose the 45. I just don't care for like some of the 19X's features, which I mean, clearly a lot of other people don't either. So I would maybe just save up, get the 45, and I think in the long run, you'll appreciate that decision. So yeah. Jesse, David, I have the 43X MOS and I love it, but get a 48 MOS, but get a 48 MOS and get a good holster that covers your trigger guard, dry fire, and train. These guns don't go off on their own. Yeah, there you go. It's true. Steve-O, what gun just joined? Sorry, man. That might have been a while ago. So it's good. I'm glad you're here, man. Good to see you. Gabriel, would you ever be interested in doing a build on a KRG Bravo chassis? Would be interested to see your take on a Remington 700 style bolt. I'm gonna screenshot that and look that up because I honestly don't know a lot about long range precision style rifles yet. It's something that I've been meaning to research, and I will do a lot more research. So I will add those to my list of things to look up. M. Henderson, what's your EDC belt and what gun is on the table next to you? Yes, my EDC belt is linked on my EDC kit page, and I love it. I have 3 different belts that I kind of use, and I'm actually making a video on this at some point, talking about the 3 belts and the pros and cons of each. The which one should I start? The one that I use the most is the really flexible one that I bought off of Amazon for like 15 bucks. And I like it so much because it still allows me to like bend and move while still being really comfortable. And it's like a pretty rigid, good belt. So it's the one that I use the most. I don't know the name of it, but it's linked. So you can check that out. And then the Black Arch, or not the Black Arch came out with an EDC belt that I actually really love. So I switch off between those two the most, the one from Amazon and Black Arches. And then the third one is from, what's the name of that brand? I have it around here. Core Essentials. And I don't love it for EDC. It prints a lot. And they're pretty expensive. So all things to be discussed in the video when I create it, which I will. I will work on making that video. Check out the EDC belt though on my kit. It is definitely by far one of my favorites. I wear it every day. I'm actually wearing it right now. I'd stand up and show you, but you know. Yeah. Curry, I saw the video. MIDAS, still pretty small channel. Saw that video. Midas. Oh, he was talking to somebody else. Yeah. Young Evan, thoughts on the Glock 26? I get a lot of questions on this gun, actually. I don't like it. I don't like short grips. I don't think that they are as easy to shoot or control. I tend to go for full-sized or as close to full-sized grips as possible. And that's just because I think if you're shooting 9mm or anything around 9mm, it's just becomes a really snappy gun if you don't have a good grip. So don't love the short grip. If you have to go that option, then I don't know. I would carry a 43X all day, and I do. I would carry a 43X all day before I carried a 26. Oh, I forgot to the second part of that question. This is the Glock 45. It is my go-to bedside gun. What am I? Hold on, let me see if I can get it to focus here. It's my favorite. It's definitely one of the smoothest shooting handguns that I own. Very reliable. Never had any issues with it. Huge fan. So this is built out to look and feel exactly how I need it to function, and it's perfectly reliable. So I love it. Glock 45, amazing, amazing handgun. Yeah. And then that's the Omega 9K suppressor. Cole, yeah, I had a 320 Spectre that developed a straight up rust bubble on the rear of the slide, cleaned it, and maintained it the same as all my other carries. But yeah, SIG, they seem to have some massive concealed carry issues going on. There you go. Yep. Rust issues, yeah. SIG, man, I don't know. They just need to step up their game, dude, because they have such potential. They just need to stop making crap. Curry, watch Johnny Glock's videos. Yeah. Okay, one more time. We're going to reset this thing. Be right back. Man, I can't believe how fast the time goes. Okay, going down. Built Bull. Did you grow up in Utah? Yeah, I did. I did grow up in Utah. I still live here. It's a great place. Ricardo, please review the JK 105 CC 9 mil suppressed by JK Armament. Yeah, I'll look into it. I will. I don't know anything about that gun, so I'll look into it. Lincoln again. Thoughts on Glock 26? Yeah, I talked about that already. Peter, any strong opinions on Hellcat Pro or Shield Plus? Love the channel, bro. Keep them coming. Thanks, Peter. Hellcat Pro, I think they made huge strides with making a longer grip. I held it actually at SHOT Show again just because I was curious. And their trigger is actually like pretty good in my opinion. I think it's really smooth and it feels good. So I wouldn't be opposed to building one out maybe. I like it a lot better than the original Hellcat. The original Hellcat was horrible. Trying to hold that thing and grip onto it was a nightmare. It's as hard as shooting a Glock 26. So yeah. Shield Plus. I have not shot a lot of Shield guns. So yeah, no big opinion on that one. I know that they're pretty reliable and really smooth because I have shot a couple, but not a ton. So I think they're great beginner guns. Theo just joined. Love your content. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Hunter, thoughts research on specific plate carrier. Yeah, at SHOT Show, I visited Spiritus Systems and Faro Concepts and talked to both guys there. I think if I were to build one out, it's going to be a Faro Concepts. Spiritus has a lot of great features to their plate carriers, and they make really good stuff. I think you could mix parts from each and create something really cool. Faro Concepts, though, has a lot of what I was looking for in a plate carrier to like build out a pretty heavy rig. So, like, kind of an everything carry rig. So, I think I'm going to build out a new one from Faro Concepts, and you'll have to wait to see kind of what I decide to go with that. But those are two brands to look into. If you want something really, really slick, then T-Rex Arms makes the AC1, which I have been a huge fan of and have run for the last little while now. So T-Rex Arms AC1, Faro Concepts, or Spiritus Systems, all good stuff. Aiden, okay. Yeah, I watched the plate carrier video. Yeah, I have a I have a plate carrier video out right now. It just talks a lot more about plates, ballistic ratings, NIJ standards, and so forth, but it doesn't really go fully in depth on what my new plate carrier setups is gonna look like. It does go a little bit on it though. So the Rios. I just got a Glock 47, which is the best way to carry it. I just got the Glock 47, which is the best way to carry it in the waistband or on the waistband. It's really not that heavy. That is definitely a personal preference thing. I always carry in the waistband appendix style because that's how I train. It's how I've trained for a long time. And I just have a lot of confidence doing that. If I am wearing a suit or something where I can't tuck in the front, then I'll wear it on my right side under a jacket or something like that outside the waistband. So it's kind of just dependent on my style or like whether or not I can carry appendix. 99% of the time, though, I carry appendix. So yeah, but it just really depends on how you plan to train and like what you're quickest with and how you can conceal it the best. Preda, what up, Patriots? Yeah, everybody. Hey, new to the channel. Glad you're here, man. Glad you're here. So no more pistols. No, we're gonna do more pistols. You'll see lots more good stuff coming. Can't wait to see what you do with it. Yeah, Curry Victim. Can't wait to see your. Uh, I can't wait to see your fully monetized AK. Oh, modernized. Sorry, I can't wait to see a fully modernized AK in your style. Yeah, I'm really excited. Actually, I feel like it's gonna look really cool. And honestly, I don't know a lot about AKs, but it's something that I'm excited to build out, and I think it is going to look very cool. So, thanks, man. ARDZ, I just ran into your channel like a day ago. Your builds are demon like. Keep it up, brother. Thanks, dude. That was funny. I had to think about it for a second. But I appreciate that. Thanks. Seabass, favorite gun of all time. Dang, that's a good question. Let me think. Favorite gun of all time. Like that I own or that I've shot? Because that would expand things quite a bit. I'm just gonna go based off of what I own. Let me think about it. I mean, so if I'm going based off of what I own, it's either my 300 Blackout or the 5.56 that I just built out. I love both of those guns. Oh man, it's hard to pick because I also love my Glock 45. That's definitely so. Yeah, all three of those are probably my favorite guns. Shooting a little bit long range though right now has been really fun, like shooting 308s. So yeah, I don't know, man. If I had to say, like, if there was one gun that I've loved forever, it is the Colt 1911, just the classic 45 caliber, like such a smooth, fun gun. So yeah, lots of different stuff. Sorry. But yeah, I love my new 5.56 that I built out. Love the 45. Love my 300 Blackout. Super fun. Done built it. Thoughts on trying an Amazon Wilcox mount for night vision? Amazon. I don't know if I would probably go with Unity's mount for night vision if I was going to go with one. I also need to look into there's a couple options that I was looking into recently, but Unity seemed to do exactly what I wanted it to. So that was something. I don't know. I need to do more research on Wilcox. Landon, I appreciate the great content and thanks for turning me on to Johnny Glock. Heck yeah, dude. Glad I could help. Daniel, political power is enforced by the barrel of a gun. It moved. Quote, Chairman Mayo. Yeah. ARDZ. What's the EDC right now? The EDC. So it's pretty much the same. I mean, I've been running a lot of the same stuff. So you guys are going to give me crap for this. The Olight i3T. Love this thing. All those memes were going around like, oh yeah, the flashlight that the influencer told you to buy, and then it's like blowing up. Oh man. So here, give me 1 second. Okay, hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. All right. Sorry, my wife was calling. I want to make sure she's okay. Okay. I will continue to talk. Olight. Anyway, these don't blow up. It was the cells inside that they were selling that were bad. So anyway, there's nothing wrong with Olight. I think these have been great. They work really well. They've worked great for me. So I still carry one. I've carried quite a few of them, and none of them have blown up. And then the Benchmade, their OTF called the Shootout, have really enjoyed this knife. It's been great so far. It still feels like I just bought it, and I got over how light it was because it's actually kind of nice to have a super light EDC. So that's my knife, that's my flashlight, and then my keys and my wallet are the same as before. The bull strap card holder. Bing. This thing's kind of cool. So yeah, it's really slim and holds all my cards. And then my EDC for the gun is still the usual here. We got the Glock 43X MOS, and this puppy is pretty much exactly the same as how you saw it last. We got the Black Arch Entrada as my appendix carry setup, and dusty. It always gets dusty. Pretty much exactly the same as how you remember it and have seen it before. So there it is. That's the build. Still doing great. I love it. But that's the current setup, and it's stayed that way for a while. I'll definitely make an update when I change some stuff. Theo, what's your shooting background? Not a lot. I trained. So when I first, okay, hold on. All right. Sorry, I had to get up for a second. Okay. Okay, my shooting background. Let me go through this question. I'll also have to, I forgot I need to start the screen recording again. Okay, sorry guys. Let me get this back up and rolling here. So when I first got into guns, I was just training a lot with my older brother who shoots a lot. He's actually been training people for the last couple of years. So he trained me. I went out with him like pretty much weekly and just shot a lot with him. So besides that, I didn't grow up shooting guns at all. Um, it was just really within the last couple of years that I started to get into it and started training and shooting a lot more. And now I train and shoot with guys in the military, guys in law enforcement, and by myself and with friends, really just as much as possible. So train a lot, yeah, but not like a super long background or history with guns. Daniel, protect the Second Amendment. Yeah, I think we should. I agree. Seabass, also thoughts on the EOTech OGL. Is that the OGL. Trying to remember if that's the PEC 15 looking laser thing. I can't. Yeah, on gun laser. That's what it stands for, right? Yeah, I held it. It was really cool, actually. I'm really, really glad that EOTech is creating stuff for the civilian market rather than, um, I mean, like these things in particular for military contracts. I think it's cool that they're pushing innovation for really, really high quality products for civilians. So huge fan of it, though. I think it's going to be. EOTech makes great stuff. I think it's going to be a good one. The Curse, the content is great. Got me thinking about a 43X build similar to yours. Looking for a smaller carry option than my Glock 19. Yeah, the 43X is a great way to go. I would. Jesse, I own a 12.5 LWRC. It's sweet. Love it. Yeah. I mean, and I think that I think that people that own them, I mean, probably have really similar experiences to like people who own Daniel Defense. They're a high quality brand and they make good stuff. It's just not my exact preference. So, but yeah, the ones that I've shot are really smooth. So I think you've probably had a similar experience. Martingley, is Holosun going to update the SCS MOS with an enclosed emitter? I don't know. I need to look into that. I talked to the the marketing director of Holosun, so I'm hoping that they're going to be able to send me a lot of their products so I can actually try them out. Also, because I don't want to buy them all just to review them. So if I can get them sent to me, I'll review them and I'll keep you guys up to date on Holosun. Jeremy, what's the co-witness for your Glock 45? Yeah, it's a lower thirds co-witness. It doesn't line up exactly with the dot, it's just under it. So, and that's the way I like it. Um yeah. Yep. It's been good. I don't know if I like exact co-witness sites because I think it covers a lot of the reason why you have a red dot on in the first place. So yeah, I like lower thirds. Minix, latest build on the 12.5 with a rating lower, SLR upper, ballistic vantage carbine barrel with JP Enterprises, Bull Carrier Group, Silent Capture Spring. Any thoughts on Silent Capture Springs by JP? The build sounds nice, man. I have not looked into Silent Capture Springs by JP, so I don't have any good information on that. But I don't know. I'm sorry, man. I know a lot about the Super 42 from Geisley and Spring Coast Springs, but not JP. But if you did a lot of good research on it, I'm sure it's good. Test it out. Let me know what you think about it. RB, would you recommend to keep building AR pistols? Yeah, just keep doing whatever you want. Yeah, for now, you got 120 days before that thing gets shut down, which I'm thinking it will. So, OG Springfield Prodigy DS is worth the money. Are the Springfield's Prodigy DS worth the money and good for concealed carry? Yeah, I was asked this question at the very beginning. I don't know a lot about them, and I don't know if Springfield is the best way to go. Especially after holding the Nighthawk 2011, that thing is freaking so nice. So, I don't know. I don't know. Springfield have had their issues in the past. They're also not like, in my opinion, the best of the best. So, maybe in comparison, I'll have to do some type of comparison with those. Ichi, any thoughts on the shadow systems? Really like your content and quality of your videos. Thanks, man. Shadow systems. I think that you pay a little bit more for stuff that you might switch out anyway. If you want like a complete gun and you like every part that comes with shadow systems, then I think they're good. But if you're really wanting like a custom gun, then I would just buy a standard Glock and build it out exactly how you want. I think that's how you get more of what you want inside of a gun. Because really, what the Shadow Systems is just a normal Glock with like really cool slide serrations and stuff like that, and then like a different curve on the handle. So it's just dependent. I would hold both. I would shoot both if you can, and that should give you a pretty good idea of which one to go with. I in particular would just build out a standard Glock before I bought a Shadow Systems. Joshua, what are the plans for the builds with pistol braces? Yeah, I'm leaving them. I'm going to do absolutely nothing. I will not send in my information. I'm this grace period's kind of ridiculous. So I recommend that you do what's legal and what makes the most sense for you. Don't let people on the internet tell you that you should do this or that. Just make your own decision. I um unfortunately agree with the law, like not ATF's law because they don't make laws. But I think that it's sad that you could go to prison for something so stupid. So just do what's best for you. I'm going to wait till the absolute last possible second before I give the info or before I give the ATF any information about what guns I own. That's just what I'm going to do. So, because it's a trap. I talked about that earlier in this live stream, but they are doing everything they can to learn as much information about you as possible. Because when your SBR SBR paperwork gets rejected, because it will after 80 some odd days if sitting on their desk for too long, then they have all the information they need to prosecute you. So, CZ, hi, how you doing? I'm glad you're here. Lawful firearms. It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. Great quote. Curry 43X is my first Glock. I kind of want a 19X now too. Yeah, that's what happens. You buy one and they just all start. You want more. Let's see here. Matthew, found your channel a little bit ago. Keep up the awesome content, man. One of my new favorite channels. Heck yeah, dude. That makes me so happy. I'm glad. Oh, Matthew. Okay, I just got to your comments, the ones that I own. So yeah, there you go. I answered that one already. Brigade been tactical, bro. I'm new to your page, and I'm also so glad to have found you. Your content is super inspirational all around. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're here. Let's see. Mid-tier budget build. Yeah, if I was building out like a mid-tier gun, I would probably use a lot of Arrow parts or Palmetto parts, and then I would go expensive where I could. Like I wouldn't cheap out on the barrel or the bolt carrier group, and then like pretty much anything else you can really go less on. Make sure that your gas system works properly though. So I'd get like a BCM gas tube, and then maybe like as good of a gas block as possible so you don't have like leaking and gas issues. Other than that, you could pretty much go Arrow and Palmetto for like everything else. So yeah, maybe I will do one of those in the future and show you guys how I do that. Do you regret choosing the name Gunman? Kind of hard to sponsor. Yeah, it's really hard to sponsor, and yeah, I have thought about it quite a bit. There are times where, yes, I completely regret choosing the name Gunman because most of the time when I tell people, "Oh yeah, my YouTube channel it's called Gunman," they go home, look it up, and then all they can find are mass shooters. Like the gunman is out, news articles of like gunmen. So I'm like, ah, crap. That's like not what I was trying to affiliate myself with, obviously. So, yeah, I do regret it sometimes. I really like the name though. I just wish it wasn't affiliated with people who break the law. So yeah, that's why I kind of added USA after it, like Gunman USA, just to kind of break up the uh, thought that comes after you say gunman. So yeah, bargain 223 Wild is something I need to look into. BRN 180 has such a cool factor. Yeah, it's true. They do have a cool factor. Curry Nut and Fancy just put out a video on talking about how gun content may be censored on the tube. Yeah, it is getting censored actually really heavily right now. Silencer Co. just lost their channel. So, yeah, I hope I don't get taken down. That would be really sad. Gavin, love the videos, bro. Keep it up. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. I will keep going. Keep trying. Dang, we got a lot of questions. Your body armor plate carrier setup is helping me in a purchase decision. Thanks, bro. Heck yeah, dude. Happy I could help. Seriously. Makes me happy. RM Sin. Your builds are the best. Keep it up. Thank you, bro. Curry, America is warrior society, civilian or not. Yeah, that's true. Brand, favorite gun you own. I did talk about this a little bit. I can't just pick one. If I had to pick one, it's probably going to be my latest build, the Psycho BCM one. So yeah, if I had to pick, it's going to be the AR I just built out or my Glock 45. Really love both of those ones. But I'm just thinking about like all the guns I'm about to review, and there's a couple that I am really excited about. So like the Vang Comp shotgun that's on this side over here. You can't see it's over there, but I'm really excited about that one. So Matthew, have you seen the new CGS SCI 6 can? No. CGS makes some cool stuff though. I'm gonna have to look that up. Art 15. Would like to see you take on a modern AK variant or B&T APC 9? Actually, both guns I'm very interested in building out. I am going to build out a modern AK. That is actually something I'm working on with a company right now. So you will see that. And I would love to build out an APC 9. That one would have to be fully funded by yours truly. So that might take me a little bit longer to get to. I might have to do like the Grasshopper M9, GHM9 for now because they're pretty similar. But I do want to build out an APC, so I stay tuned for that because I think I will. Just got my Black Arch in holster for the 43X MOS. Loving it. Heck yeah, dude. Did you ever end up selling it? My Black Arch? No, I still have it. Oh, the timer went off again. Okay, hold on. Okay, guys, the my battery's about to die on my camera, so and I also went 47 minutes longer than I said I was because I just get so lost in these questions. I love it though. So I'm going to do a couple more questions and then I'm going to hop off. But it has been super fun being with you guys. So, oh my goodness, I'm scrolling through these. There are about 50 more than I thought there were. Okay, let's see here. Dang, I'm just reading through these. I'm trying to figure out which ones I should go through. There's so many. I'm so sorry if I skip your question. Okay, so I'm going to skip down here really quick. Sorry, I'm just trying to read these. Okay, so somebody asked, "Is this being recorded?" I am gonna put together a video after so you can watch the first, like, hour or so. And then, yeah, so it is being recorded. Would you ever shoot reloaded ammo? It depends on who reloaded it. I don't know if I trust it most of the time. Manufacturers tend to have, like, really good quality control, and people who do it at home, unless they have their recipe down really well, don't. So, yeah, the answer is yes, but it depends on who loaded it. What was my favorite Scheuer, what is up, bro? What was my favorite you changed your picture, so I didn't recognize your, name there, but what was my favorite part of SHOT Show? It was, 100% meeting all the people that I wanted to, including you, brother. I appreciate, you asking that question because it's making me think about it again. Yeah, just hanging out with, like, a lot of cool people, making some sweet connections, I would say was the best part. The tech was alright, the guns were alright. It was definitely hanging out with some cool people, including yourself, so, um, yeah, that was my favorite part. Chris, congratulations on 25K. Dude, hope many more to come. Thank you. I cannot believe how much this channel has grown. It's been wild. Would you ever consider doing a comp on the 43X? Not necessarily. The pros don't really outweigh the cons of like adding length and also not being able to, because like you have to take the comp off, obviously, and I have suppressors. So taking it on and off would really be kind of annoying. I don't know if the benefit of having the extra length on a comp would be worth it to carry with a comp on. It was different with my Glock 45 because I felt like the comp actually did something, and I always outside the waistband carried my 45 when I trained with it. So, yeah, maybe not a comp on the 43X. But if you find that it helps you, then it might be good. Okay. Couple more questions here. You think if ever doing a budget build videos? Yeah, I have. I'm not a huge budget build guy, and kind of this channel has been me building out like guns that I would build out normally. Like I haven't really done anything specifically for the channel, like to show you guys besides my latest video, which was like how I would build out an AR-15 if I was just starting. Even though it like equated to like a pretty high dollar cost amount, it it's worth it in my opinion to like save up and build something nice. I focus on quality rather than like quantity, I would say. So I would wait like a couple months until I had enough money, and then I would buy the part that I needed for the gun. That's just kind of how I work. If you're gonna build out a budget AR, sometimes it just like I just think about it and I'm like, yeah, but if you saved up a couple hundred more dollars, then you could get the better thing. The funny thing is though, like with ARs, they pretty much most of them just run no matter kind of what you put on them. It's hard to mess up an AR unless you buy like really bad parts. So maybe I have thought about it. Maybe I will. Sorry, long answer. Maybe I will do a budget build and show you guys how I would build it out. So that is maybe something I'll look into. Yeah, that was a lot of words for that question. Sam, just FYI, you got the best YouTube video quality with great guns. Thank you for it very much, sir. Dude, you're the man. Thanks for saying that, dude. Also, you have a great name. Love what you're doing, visiting family in Mexico and sitting down with my grandma, translating everything for her. What? That's so cool. Hey, shout out to your grandma. What's her name? Or just shout out to your grandma. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate that, man. First, last, let's see. Bull Barrel AR-15 at 24 inches. Tuscan Raider Scream. Hmm. That's a good question. I don't know exactly what you mean, so I'm sorry. Something to look into. Do you ever see yourself doing collaborations? Do you mean with other creatives or with companies? I do. I am collaborating currently with a couple other companies, and those videos will be coming out soon. Like collaborating with Vengcomp on their shotgun, which I'm really excited about, and a couple other Midwest Industries I'll be collaborating with soon, and then the channel sponsor, US Arms Co., I will be collaborating with them as well and reviewing their guns. So, a lot of good things coming. I hope to collaborate with Nighthawk so I can get one of their 2011s. I think that'd be sweet. So yeah, if you mean with other creatives though, I definitely am open to collaborations. Schroyer, one of my boys from Shot Show, who I got to meet and hang out with, I'd love to collaborate with him. There's another guy out there who is named Hollow Pointed, and I met him in Shot as well. And he's a great guy. I'd love to collaborate with him. A lot of talented people out there. So yeah, I'm open to it for sure. What was the process of getting your silencer? It's a great question. It's relatively easy if you have a gun store with one of those silencer shop kiosks. That is the absolute best way to do it. Um, it is better if you go to an FFL SOT and have them, or I mean, you should hire a lawyer and set up a trust, and then from there, basically, you fill out all of your information through one of those kiosks and send in your prints, photo passport, all of your information, blah, blah, blah. And then you wait for the ATF to review your application for the can you picked. And then 9 to months to a year later, they send you a letter saying that you are allowed to have your suppressor. So dumb. But recently, the wait times have been a lot shorter. They said they were supposed to take 90 days. They don't. They take longer than that, but it's shorter than a year. So I would reach out to an FFL SOT, someone who sells suppressors, Rocky Mountain Rifle. My buddy Joe Kissless does this. So if you're local to Utah, go and talk to him. He's got a great process that'll hook you up. So you can find his information. Send me a DM and I'll send it to you if you're curious. It's pretty easy though, and you should do it. Okay, guys. Let's see here. All right. I think that's it for this live. I appreciate you guys being here. You are the best. I mean, honestly, this is all because of you. And I'm really, really grateful that I have the opportunity to just be in this position and review guns. It's crazy. Go out and train really hard, become more proficient, self-sufficient, and be prepared to protect innocent life. That's why I do it. That's why I carry a gun. I think it's important to be mentally prepared to take on a crappy situation if that ever presented itself. Though I hope and pray that none of us are ever in that situation because it'd be horrible. But it would be better to be prepared and understand that it's up to you. No one's going to come and save you. So stay safe out there, guys. Train really hard. Other than that, appreciate you guys being here. Okay, I'll get this one posted up as soon as I can. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to do lives just for Patreons or if I'm going to upload them to my YouTube channel. So we'll see what I do. Love you guys. See ya.